Now we have Chloe Rowentree riding Paddy in the intro B. There's some drifting on the centre line and the head is swaying. He had quite a nice rhythm on the turn. But the head is still swaying and not consistent. Therefore, the first movement's a 6. The rhythm is being lost and therefore the horse can't be consistently connected to the contact. Although in that corner it was quite nice. But once again we're losing the rhythm. So for that reason it's a 6. The contact's better. It could be more in front of the leg, but it was quite nicely ridden movement. 7. It's obedient transition there, but the head could be steadier, hence 7. On this movement, we like to see the horse stretching and keeping the neck low and forward in order to open the frame and to have greater ground cover. The steps are fine, but it's not consistent to the contact, so we're losing the length of the steps, although they are correct. For that reason, it's a 6. It's an obedient transition there to trot, but the head is still insecure, but I'm going to give a 7. The rhythm is, the horse is falling off the leg, so the rhythm's slowing down slightly and therefore not consistent to the hand, so that's a 6. Now what I quite like about Paddy is when the rider lad with the hand, he is working over the back and following it. For an 8, I would like him to be a little bit more consistent to the contact, but I certainly think that's a 7 because it shows the right way of going and something that you can work on to improve. Now the contact is getting better there as well, which I think that trot and the contact's improved because of the stretching in the previous movement. Therefore, it might be a good training aid for you to do that stretching movement in your day-to-day working. That was an obedient transition. 7. The head's unsteady and there's some drifting. That's a 6. And from where I'm judging the video, the halt isn't square. That's another 6. He's quite a nice horse, but we are losing rhythm because he's not always constantly through. So for that reason, the paces are a 6. The suppleness wasn't that bad actually, and I'm going to give a 7. He just needs to be more consistent to the contact, and for that reason it's a 6. The rider had quite a nice position, it's a 7. And I'm sure the rider is more than capable of getting a 7 for the effects once the horse is more between your leg and hand and going forward. But as I said, the stretching exercise did seem to improve the horse's way of going, so it might be a good training tip if you were to practice that quite a lot, because it did improve the rhythm and the contact after.